Welcome to Attack Roll, a homebrew D&D campaign. This podcast follows the adventures of 4 unlikely heroes in the world of Chelonia. There are enough swords, spears, and spells, so everyone, pull up a chair and grab some dice. This is Attack Roll.
Alright. Welcome. Alright, now that we're here, we're playing, let's go ahead and go around the table and just say your name, and your character's name, and your character's class. So let's start with my right.
My name is Christian Moore. I am playing Dantos the Younger, and I am a rogue.
I am Jason Walker. I am playing Wisp the Ranger.
My name is Tyler Enright. I will be playing Drogon the Fighter.
My name is Jeff McEntee, and I will be playing Chiron Blackwater, the Warlock.
My name is Mike, and I'm here to DM. Alright. First things first. I want you all to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, right off the top. 10.
19.
9.
Natural 1.
Right off the bat. Okay, so the three of you, other than Chiron, sounds of creaking wood and restless chains pierce your eardrums. The air around you is frigid and cold, and it bites your lungs with each breath in. 2 guards in chain armor enter, dragging a cat-like body, which is Wisp.
It's me?
It is you. They are dragging you into one of the cells. And as they put you in the cell, you beat the Constitution saving throw, so you're kind of awake. I need you to roll me a sleight of hand.
Alrighty.
So you rolled a what?
17.
Okay. So you pick his pocket, the guard's pocket, as he's locking you in, and you can read that whatever you want. The guards leave the room after the cat-like figure is secured in, and you find yourself unsupervised. So go ahead and roll me another Constitution saving throw.
18.
Okay, so all of you are awake now. And looking around the room, you see that your hands and feet... Wow, I'm out of breath. Your hands and feet are bound in manacles, and they're attached to the floor by heavy chains. You see that you're not alone in what appears to be a prison cell on a ship. There are 2 long cells on the north and south wall with a walkway in between, and there are small little spots in each cell. There's about 5 on each cell block. So you guys can see across and you could talk across, but I need you all to roll a d10.
7.
10.
6.
2.
Okay. On the south wall, it goes Wisp, Chiron, then there's a small druid, like gnome, that is beaten up pretty badly, and he's chained, and he's kind of he's still unconscious. You don't know if he's alive or anything like that. Then after the small gnome is Drogon, or Dragon. And next to Dragon is just an empty cell, and then next to that empty cell on the south wall is a small, like a metal box. It looks like a different type of container to contain prisoners. On the north wall, there's an empty space. Then there's Dantos, and 2 empty spaces. Then laying next to the far end is a dragonborn that is laying there. You don't know if they're alive or not. What do you do?
You said where you're shackled?
Yeah, you're shackled by hands and feet. So it's basically like your arms are shackled together, and a chain that leads down to where your feet are.
To the floor?
Yeah, and then your feet are connected to that same chain.
Okay.
Can I inspect for any lost keys, perhaps?
There's not. You're stripped of.
It's
all
pretty
of your,
obvious that there's no keys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the floor, is this a fort kind of a thing? Like, is the floor stone? Are they like?
It's
stone?
wood.
It's wood.
So it's you can feel that you're on an airship kind of
On
thing.
a ship. Okay.
Yeah.
So, is there any? Like, would I think that it would be possible to maybe work on one of them and try and pry one of the things out of the wood?
You can try. Roll a strength check.
12.
No, you go for it. You pull really hard. You can hear the chains kind of like creaking as they're tightening, but you can't. It doesn't budge for you.
All right.
Dragon. From the metal box that's near your side of the cell, you start to hear a very like faint, almost purring like sound.
Where was the Dragonborn?
The Dragonborn is in the cell immediately across from you. So you're in this corner cell. It is in the other corner cell.
Where was the druid, the gnome?
The gnome is about like 2 spaces away from
Dantos.
Oh, on the north wall?
Yes. It's actually, yeah.
I want to try and see if I can speak to the Dragonborn in Draconic to see if I can get a response out of him.
Okay.
I just say, how's it going in there? You doing all right?
You get no response.
Well, crap.
You say we were all kind of groggy or unconscious when we were brought in.
Yeah.
And kind of regained consciousness as we were going.
Yes.
Is this like a drug-induced unconsciousness, or were
you guys feel a bit of pain, like you've been knocked in
Okay,
the
so
head,
we've been bludgeoned.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, you cat.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I happened to get this sweet little note off the guard as he was messing up my fur. It appears that there's some kind of a...
Spit it out, cat.
I'm trying
You can read the letter.
Yeah, I don't want to necessarily. It appears that some order from the Council of Races, at least as I don't know why you guys are here, but I know why I all of a sudden have been pulled in. It appears anyone bearing a certain mark, what I assumed was a birthmark, are being arrested on sight. So,
What do you guys do with this information?
When did you guys first notice that you have this on you? Mine's on my wrist. I just noticed it yesterday.
I check my arm and I'm just like, huh.
You don't care, really.
That's... Dragon don't care much about some things.
and did these just show up recently?
Yours hasn't. Yours has been there a long time.
Okay, that's.
But these guys, the rest of you, have just started to realize that it's on you.
Okay. All right.
It almost kind of stings a little bit, but other than that, you guys have just realized that there's something on my arm, and it's a new marking. It almost looks like you've been branded, but yeah.
Guys, is everyone else awake? How do we get out of here?
Hello. How are you fine gentlemen doing this evening?
I'm in shackles!
Well, so a similar situation, I see.
At this moment, you hear...
Well met. I too am in shackles.
Okay. So the druid is in between, or not the druid. I keep calling him the druid. He is a druid. You guys can clearly tell that he's a druid. He's a little gnome, dressed up. He's got like leaves and stuff on him. He is sitting in between Chiron and what do I keep calling you? Dragon. And you can hear him coughing a little bit, like wheezing in deep, and you can tell that he's pretty bloodied. And he just opens his eyes for a moment, and then passes back out.
Careful, guys. That guy might have scale blight. Speaking
sure?
of which, all of you do, as far as I'm concerned.
Scale blight? What are we talking? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've had this marking my entire life.
This marking? It's called scale blight?
It's possibly at least from the note here, it's all news to me, but apparently the marking may be related to an outbreak of scale blight.
So we're sick.
We're
Dragon knows about scale blight, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This isn't scale blight.
Well, Dragon. I mean, you. What's your name?
Dragon.
guy I don't know yet.
So let's go ahead and this could be a good point for you guys to kind of introduce yourselves to your new prisoner friends.
Cat, what's your name?
Wisp.
Wisp. It's very cat-like.
Yes.
Nice. Well, I'm Dantos, the younger, because apparently I wasn't good enough to be the elder. So, that's me.
You'll get there one day.
Maybe one day when I get elder. Does anyone have a drink? Nothing?
If I did,
Whatever.
I couldn't get to it right now.
He's playing. Okay. So you guys start to realize. I need you all to roll a perception check real quick.
6.
Okay.
17.
18, 19,
14.
14. You notice nothing out of the ordinary.
It's very odd.
Dantos just is in his own little mind over there. The rest of you three start to realize that the boat that you're on, because you feel like you're on a ship, it's not rocking. It's not moving with the waves. In fact, the air is really cold for where you guys think that you are on the map.
Where do we think we are on the map?
So you think that you're south on the map itself, more down towards where Antis is, like South Antis. And you guys are correct in that same sense because you were the last one that was picked up and you know exactly where you were.
Okay.
And so you find it very odd that there isn't any waves and you don't smell the sea air like you would normally smell.
Do we hear a breeze? Do we actually hear anything outside of this room?
Yeah, you hear a breeze. In fact, you hear a lot more wind than you would normally hear on a ship. So you feel like the ship, it's a lot colder than it should be. And you can hear the whistling of the wind as it moves through the woods and the planks. So you feel like you're moving, but it's not on water.
Okay.
And you get the idea that you're in the air. It becomes very present to you that you're really high in the air.
Is this something that would be normal? Is this something that we would have heard about or anything like that?
No, this is actually entirely new information to you, and it feels you're almost getting seasick without feeling the actual sea. And with that, a guard opens the door and peers into the room, and you all seem to be acting groggy at this point, since you guys are conversing, and he just kind of like scowls at you and closes the door and goes back to what he was doing.
Hey, you wizard man. I didn't hear who you are.
Yes, well, my name is Kyron Blackwater, at your service. Sort of. I'm currently indisposed at the moment, but soon I will be at your service.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Hey, big guy.
Any possessions on us?
Who are you?
No.
No.
Okay.
Dragon.
Dragon. Okay.
You. Wisp, was it?
Yeah.
What do you know about scale blight?
Only stories of distant past.
Well, let me tell you something right now, just so you're clear. I gesture to the Dragonborn. Unless you look like that, you don't have scale blight.
Good to know.
So
It's
we're
not
not
their
sick?
fault, really.
We're not sick.
That's what he's saying.
You don't have scale blight.
He seems pretty confident.
Okay.
From your right, from the inside the box, you start to notice that it's in your peripheral vision, and I'm talking to you, Dragon. In your peripheral vision, you start to see sparks. Like blue, little itty-bitty sparks coming off the side of it. When you go to turn your head and actually look at it, you don't see them. So you feel like there's something going on with the box itself, and you can still hear some sort of like murmuring sounds from within.
Is someone in there?
My name is Tic Tac. Nice to meet you.
Tic Tac.
Yes, I'm Tic Tac. I'm a tabaxi, and I run a taxi service. I have a proposition for you. It would be beneficial for you and your friends if you're willing to help me.
Yes, agreed.
Oh, well,
So, hold on a sec. I'm still a little wasted, but your name is Tic Tac, you're a tabaxi, and you have a taxi service?
yes, I'm Tic Tac the tabaxi, and I drive a taxi.
Okay.
Well, I used to before they put me in this box. You see, I possess magical abilities that the council has deemed unworthy. They see that my gifts are the same as warlocks and sorcerers, which is entirely untrue. But I am imprisoned like you, nonetheless. Would you care to assist me?
Of course.
Wait. How do we know
How
this
so?
guy's being truthful?
Well, in
How do we
the
trust
current
him?
situation, what does it matter?
I can get you all out. I can promise you that.
All right, work your magic, and we shall help you.
But I actually need you, Mr. What is your name?
Dragon.
Mr. Drogon, I need your help the most. Because I need to pass this on to you, and I need you to swear to me that you will do what I ask.
Pass what on?
Well, you see, I do possess magic. A lot of magic. But I do need you to swear to me that you will use it to do it what I ask you to do. This magic, what I'm going to pass you, is a part of me. And once you take it, it will be bound to you, and you alone.
Wait,
Yes,
what clan do you come from?
I am no clan. I was removed from my clan. My clan had died, and I am just a wanderer.
No original clan. What is the family that died?
Well, we were considered to be dwarf-like, so we hung around the dwarfs, and we just took on the name of Paul Rocks.
Paul Rocks. Have I heard of Paul Rocks before?
No.
Okay.
They're an ancient tabaxi race.
Okay. All right, so no further questions.
Listen,
Sir Drogon, will you take my ring?
I say under my breath, when am I ever going to escape this? Listen, if you can get us off this boat, I'll take your ring and take your advice, and I'll do with it what you need me to do.
You make me very happy. You make me very happy indeed.
Just whatever it takes to get away from this.
So he hands you, he pushes out through one of the small cracks in this metal box that he's in. And as he does, it kind of chucks across the floor and just touches your boot. When you pick it up, it is a almost bone-like ring that has a lion's head on it. And he says to you, in order to make the magic work, I need you to put the ring on your finger and meow 3 times. But what is going to happen is a red laser-like magic will come out, and you need to point it outside the cell when you do the meows.
Wait a second. He has to meow?
Yes, it is my magic. I can do what I want with it.
Listen, that's real demeaning.
I'm the tabaxi here. I can't see you at all. I don't know who you are.
I am another tabaxi.
Well, nice to meet you.
Meow,
It's
meow,
not
meow.
demeaning.
All right, let's...
So do you meow 3 times? You have to put the ring on.
I put the ring on.
Meow 3 times and point the laser that's going to emanate off of it outside of the cell that you're in. So basically in the walkway between the 2 cells. Do you do this?
I do that.
Okay. Within an instant, you see a dwarf-sized tabaxi pop up. You realize that he's blind. Immediately, because his eyes are glazed over. They're bright yellow, but they're glazed over in such a way that you can tell that immediately that he has no sight whatsoever. And you realize that now on your finger, the ring is bloody. You didn't see it before, but it is bloody. The beam hits the floor, and within an instant, this tabaxi is standing there. He rushes to try and find a way to unlock you out of the cell. He's blindly feeling around the locks, and he's pulling on the doors. He's making a little bit of noise, but not much that would attract any guards. He runs over to the pile of equipment that you guys, of all of your stuff that's near the door itself, and he kind of sniffs in the air, and he thinks about it for a second, and he puts his hands like slowly over some of the stuff, and he starts to feel around, and then he stops immediately, smells the air, and then hides in a like cabinet like little box. I need you all to roll me a d20.
5.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Second natural 1 of the evening.
And I'm at a 2.
Okay.
You can't get any more.
Okay.
Just better than a 1 than 2.
These dice.
Can't get rid of them already.
You gotta shake them by your ear, make sure that they're not, no one toyed with them.
Maybe if I roll them upside down.
The same guard that you saw before opens the door immediately, and he walks in. He storms into this room, pissed because you guys are talking. And as soon as he walks up a little bit, he hears a sound coming from where the equipment is. He immediately unsheaths his sword and walks towards the cabinet. When he's standing there, he then stabs his sword through the cabinet and then pulls it out. As he pulls it out, you can see that the end of his sword is now painted in red. He kind of like scowls at you, and he like opens up the cabinet, and Tic Tac takes a few steps out. He looks at you guys, and he says, "Whatever happens, do not move or make a sound." He looks at you all square in the eye, and he says, "If you do, it will rip you to shreds." And as he says this, you watch as this small dwarf-sized tabaxi starts to grow. Cracking sounds, bones popping, joints crackling. And you see this small cat grow, and his wound begins to heal. And now standing in front of you is a were-tiger. A blind were-tiger. And immediately he takes the guard and rips him in half. And 3 other guards come in and realize, as they're walking into the room, after they hear the screams of their companion, they enter the room, draw their swords, look to the left where the giant were-tiger tabaxi is standing, and then books it out of the room. And the were-tiger seems to give chase to them. And all around you, you hear the breaking sounds of bones, like screams of death, and the ship begins to rock. And as it does, the ship begins to gain altitude. You can feel the almost G-force of an acceleration as you're going up. When this happens, your equipment starts to slide towards the grates. I need you guys to make a dexterity check to see what you grab.
20.
6.
Okay.
20.
11.
As stuff is starting to come down, Wisp goes to grab some lockpick tools, but he misses, and the rest of the equipment starts to flow over. Dantos, you pick up small dagger, which is one of your old daggers, and you can do whatever with you want. Chiron, you actually grab the lockpick, another set of lockpick tools that you had originally seen. Drogon, what did you roll?
11.
11. You seem to grab the hilt of your greatsword, and you're able to grab it, so it doesn't slide any further. Chiron, what would you like to do with the lockpick tools?
Well, I suppose.
Getting character.
Well, now that I have these, I will try and free us.
No, okay, real quick. Are we like, because those kind of got flung around, are we like, if at an angle?
Like this.
So it's going to be,
yeah.
So it's, for someone who's not entirely trained with a lockpick, it might be a little hard for me to, alright, well I can...
Toss me the stuff!
Do I have enough, like, range to throw it?
Yeah, I'll give you enough range. If you roll well. Roll it. Dexterity throw. Or check.
I can do this.
Am I proficient with throwing lockpicks?
I'll give you a +2.
11.
You make it.
Alright!
It smacks him square in the face.
You're welcome.
But he's got it. What do you do
Gosh,
with it?
dang it! Okay, I know how to use these guys, so I take out the tools and I begin to pick my lock.
Okay, roll it.
8.
It doesn't work.
I'm drunk, guys.
So as you start to do it, you finagle it, you kind of fumble the lock picks around. I will give you another chance, but that's going to have to wait. So the ship is still accelerating straight up. And as it is, you can feel the air start to get really cold. And it's almost hard for you to breathe. This time I'm going to allow you to roll it. But because it's starting to get cold, your fingers are starting to get really numb. So only a +2, just a proficiency bonus.
12.
How big is the opening to the lock? Like, could I fit one of my nails into it, or is it?
I'll give you a chance to try that.
Okay.
You
12.
still can't do it. Your hands are getting cold. You're still buzzed. You can't seem to grab onto it.
Okay.
Go ahead and try your nails.
All right. So I would just do a dex, but no tool proficiency. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm assuming. All right. 18.
18. You're able to pick the lock just near your hands, so your hands are now free, but your legs are still attached to the chain.
Okay.
Anyone else want to try anything?
I mean, is there anything else by me? Because I don't know which way this ship tilted. Is there, like, stuff piling up by me?
So from this point,
So I was on the south
you're
wall.
north and south. You're on the south wall. So that's what you like. That's how I planned it.
Mhm.
However, it's like the east and west wall. So
Okay.
At this point, it is the room is tilted this way. So
Okay.
like
Yeah, yeah.
well, like that.
Okay.
So there's nothing for me to grab.
Yeah. Well, there's still stuff rolling down, but you can try and grab another thing. What would you like to grab?
I mean, I guess if I see I've got a light hammer or my smith tools, maybe?
Okay. I'm gonna roll.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Can I cast spells?
Yeah.
Do I see any loose rocks around? Any pebbles? Because that would also work. I know this is an airship, so that might be a tough call. But
There aren't any loose rocks.
okay, then I will try and grab either the hammer or smith tools or anything that looks like I can use it to get out.
Okay. I am going to roll percentage dice.
Okay.
Do
Do you want me to roll another dex?
I'll have you do that as soon.
Okay.
I'm going to roll percentage dice to see if that particular item comes
it.
close to you. I'm going to set this DC. I'm going to set it anything above 55%. Okay. It's 52.
Excellent.
So as you see your hammer slide across, but then it comes close to you and it kind of weaves away as the ship is still tilting and climbing.
All right. Well, I guess I will.
You look at it and you go, no, 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 and then it goes.
Well, is anyone else by the? I mean, he couldn't get to his own hammer, but can somebody else reach and give it a kick or anything like that?
Yes. I'm gonna say that it slides past him and it gets to you.
Okay. I'm gonna, since my hands are free,
Yeah.
I'm going to try and reach for the hammer.
Yeah, just a dexterity.
Okay. Oop. 21.
You grab it.
Alrighty. So I take the hammer and I'm gonna try and give it a few whacks at the lock at my feet.
What is the hammer's damage?
It is a light hammer, so it is a 1d4 plus your strength modifier.
So, yeah, 1d4.
Give it
plus
a roll.
strength.
2 damage.
You ding it, but it seems like it's a lot sturdier than you thought that this hammer would actually be.
All right, so I'm going to.
These manacles are pretty tough.
Yeah, so I'm going to say, never mind. Throw it to. Is it Chiron?
Yeah. Chiron.
Okay. It's Chiron?
Chiron.
Okay.
He'll
so,
answer to a lot.
Okay.
He'll answer to wizard,
Yeah.
dude. Hey,
So I say, never mind, Chiron, and I toss you the hammer.
Well, thank you. I tried to catch it.
Ooh, 6. I'm assuming Dex.
Yep.
So 17.
Got it.
Excellent.
You slide it.
Oh, are we right next to each other? Oh, okay. These are just like,
hey, here you go.
Just like,
He's like maybe 5 feet away from you.
okay,
His skull
yeah.
is just totally
I definitely-
bashed in.
It is a throwing weapon, so.
Yeah, it just feels natural.
You guys start to feel the ship start to
Go
even
upside.
out.
Oh.
It starts to regain some of its
Uh-oh.
stability.
That means they stopped the tiger.
The ship starts to steady, and the door to the prison cell bursts open. A red bearded dwarf stands there. What the shell is this? I was told there was only 2 of you prisoners, not 6. He makes his way over to the cell doors, and he spots the dead Dragonborn. He waves his hand over the door and whispers something that you guys cannot comprehend, and the cell door unlocks. As he does this, you can start to hear the anger in his voice kind of drop down, and he says, "I was too late, my dear. Oh, forgive me." He touches her cheeks and closes her eyes and kind of puts her in a resting position. As he does this, he kind of pats her body and tries to like make her look like she's in peace.
To me, it just looks like he's trying to loot a dead body.
Yeah, well,
And I'm working on that second lock still.
okay. Hang on one second. He looks around the room. He waves his hand again. He unlocks all the sails and the manticles. So you all are free.
Oh.
He then lifts the gnome over one shoulder, and he looks at you and says, we don't have time to talk, nor do I have room for you lads. I am sorry. You weren't supposed to be on this ship." He then makes his way towards the door and snaps back. Are you guys leaving with him?
Yeah.
We gotta
Grab our stuff.
I'm going to
Yeah, I
be
was
first in
gonna-
line.
I need to know who's walking out of the cell first.
Me.
You? As soon as he takes a few steps towards the door, he snaps back and he grabs your wrist immediately. And he says, "By my beard, we are over water. Way over water. Her potions," and he points to the Dragonborn, "will help with the fall. You will have to jump, then drink. Say it with me. Jump. Say it.
Jump,
Then drink."
then drink.
As he does this, he walks back over to the Dragonborn and he picks up. He touches her leg that was actually like a prosthetic leg, and he pops it off. And inside there were that's me. Inside was
Have you no dignity?
he looks at you with like an evil like shut up look, and inside were 6 very very small vials with feathers on them. Then along with that was a lockpick tool, and he just hands over to whoever's near him the potions, and he says, "Jump, then drink. You all need to say it with me.
Jump,
then
then
Just
drink.
drink, my friend.
All right. And he's...
Thank you for the assistance.
Those potions will only last 15 seconds, so make them count.
Are they featherfall?
They are.
I start handing them out to everyone.
And then he says, take these as well. And he pops open his bag, that's his satchel, and he hands out healing potions to you. And he says, if you survive, find me. Ask for Rotiart in the city of Plurodira. Find a tavern with the mark of the 9, or the symbol of the 9. He points to the healing potions, and they have the symbol on it. It's basically a diamond shape with smaller diamonds within it. So I will draw that real quick for you guys.
And during this, I've just been trying to find my gear in the...
Yeah, I'm assuming we all picked up our
Yeah,
stuff.
you guys are picking up your gear. He shows you this image. It's basically 9 diamonds stacked
Forming
on
a
each other.
diamond.
Yeah, forming a bigger diamond. Then he says,
Some diamonds in your diamond.
find the tavern. Yes. Find the tavern, any tavern that has this symbol, and ask the bartender for a triple triceratops. After this, I will find you. He leaves the room, and you see him jump off the edge of the ship immediately. Are you guys walking through the door?
Thank you for listening to Attack Roll. Join the adventure on Twitter at attackroll_pod. If your dice allow, please leave a review or rate us on your favorite podcatcher. And remember, keep your dice close, but your dagger closer.